want us here, man. He doesn't want us here forever. Yahweh Shai is the day of vengeance. Yahweh Shai's heart. There's going to come a time when the Lord is going to let blood off the nation. Since that day, it's a day of wrath. The day of trouble and distress. The day of wasteless and desolation. The day of darkness and gloominess. The day of cloud and darkness.
This is going to happen because he's angry with the inhabitants of the earth. Alright? Esau, you the devil, you the wicked, man. So the Lord is coming to mainly destroy you. These other nations will follow suit. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, those of you that don't accept his offer of grace to you, you're going to be punished for that, man. That's 2nd Ezra 9.
It says, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk uprightly, because they have sinned against the Lord. And their blood shall be poured out as the dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to live in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
That's why, the brothers brought out the scripture to say not to build up treasures on earth, right? Because your gold and silver is not, the Most High is not going to accept earthly riches in return for your salvation. Just like that cat in Acts, that he wanted to, he was asking how much money he had to give in order to receive the Spirit to do miracles, right? You're not going to get on a chariot by having a bag full of money, like, hey, is this enough to buy me a ride? That's not how it's going to work, man. You got to actually, this is the way to do it. Pleasing Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that's the way to do it. The Lord's looking for the spiritual money, the spiritual offerings. Coming out here on a Saturday and preaching the Bible. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to it's actually caring, man. Actually giving a heck. The majority of the of Israelites on the earth don't give a heck, man. They could care less. Here it is. They're talking about pushing gender studies in primary school, which is like K through 12. You really want your kindergarten child learning about sexuality? That's madness. That goes back to pederasty, man. Little kids ain't supposed to have nothing to do with none of that.
Back in Greece. And even prior to that, they show you them movie Alexander, how they were doing this. They have them all dressed in like white tunics, these little dresses, and they were all wearing makeup. And none of them look 10 years old. They all look like they're like 7.
That's why they're feminizing you boys. That's why they're feminizing you, because of that. That's because that's their nature. That's their heritage, man. That Roman, that Greek shit. That's how they like to live. That's their ideology. That's their philosophy.
Yeah. When you see what's going on in this world, you see it's completely fucking insane, man. This world is completely backwards. It's contrary to the Lord. Everything's wicked here. And these people that are taking the jab, they want everything to go back to so-called normal, but nothing's normal here, man. They believe in what Esau pushes out, what he says is normal, but everything is backwards here. What does it say? Those that wish I should not reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. The Lord is gonna kill a lot of people because you want Esau to reign over you. You want this so-called white man to reign over you. And that's why a lot of you 2/3 are going to be put to death because you don't trust in the Most High. You want all this madness to keep continuing.
Yeah, a lot of you really like the idea. You like this whole tranny thing, homosexual thing, and dressing your little boys up as little girls. You know, you got these Jake women that take their little boys to go get their nails painted and shit like that, man. You know, which is madness. You know, that's another thing that the so-called white man pushes is women empowerment. And you see what that does. These women, they do things that's just completely fucking out of order, man. You know, take their son to go get their nails done or whatever. You know, paint their nails. You know, dress them up like a little girl or something like that. You know, different videos. Yeah, the videos these Judite women having their little 3-year-old smoking weed. You know, just completely bugged out, man. You know, that's not the type of society that we want to live in. All right, we don't want it to continue because it's just going to get worse and worse. It says wicked men and seducers are going to wax worse and worse. So that means this place, all it's going to do is just get worse and worse until it's just madness. You're going to have androgynous. Nobody's going to have a gender. They're just going to be whatever they want to be. You know, they can have both parts. They have a vagina and a penis. You know, it'll just be complete chaos, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is not with that nonsense, man. All right, go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power Yahweh Shem Yahushai are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Yeah, and that sinful kingdom that we're living in right now is America, which is Babylon the Great, okay, which is the main place, you know, that pushes this type of indoctrination. That's why you got these other nations that are getting away from America, man, because they see the degradation. You know, they're seeing what this whole tranny thing, this whole gender studies thing is doing to America. Now you got women in the military. You got women in the U.S. military. You got trannies in the U.S. military. You know, the military itself has lowered the bar to such a degree on physical fitness that it's disgusting, man.
You slug in the military now.
You could be me. You could be me and just go into the military. You know, I'm out of shape, man. I'm overweight. I'm out of shape. But they have lowered the bar so much that I could probably pass fucking basic training, man.
This is Revelation. Revelation chapter 18, verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich.
Yeah, how? By switching over to these currencies, man. You know, taking on the customs of Esau, you know, with these different government situations. All right? Taking on these different philosophies, man. All right? That's what these nations have done. In order to what? In order to be able to buy, sell, and trade with America.
Yeah. So they could be on a status
Yep.
like America.
That's why when you look at Iran, back in the 60s in Iran was actually backed up by the U.S. And they were being Americanized. They were being westernized. You had women that weren't wearing their traditional garments, you know. And in 1979, they had a revolution because they seen this happening. And so they basically killed their president and set up the Islamic State, which you see today. Now they're back to wearing their traditional, you know, they're running their country back to their old traditions. Prior to that, in the 60s, okay, the U.S. was actually in league with Iran. Why? Because Iran was drinking that wine.
It says, And the mercies of the earth are waxed rich in the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushai hath remembered her iniquities.
Yeah, and the ways that you come out of this place is by believing in the scriptures, believing in the ways of the Bible, the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible, man. Okay? You have to be against homosexuality, man. Okay? We speak outrightly against it, man. Now, we're not keeping the law to 100%, where you know, we can't even keep the law to 100%. You know, the Lord's going to judge everything. All right, but to the best of your ability, you need to stay away from this madness that's in this world.
This is Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and their mountains shall be melted with blood. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
This is all talking about World War III, man. These nations are going to fight each other. These nuclear missiles are going to be shot. All right? And it's going to look like the heavens being rolled together as a scroll. That mushroom cloud looks like a scroll and folding in on itself. Go ahead.
And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Judah, and upon the people of my cursed judgment.
Yep. So this Edomite system is going to be destroyed, man. The beast is going to be destroyed. America, the European Union, all right? That's all going to be done away with. America is going to be completely destroyed, man. All right? Because this is the mother of abominations, man. You know, this is the driving force. You know, you have Hollywood here, man. You know, this is the mother of witchcraft, man. So this is where it goes down.
This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 11. It says, And I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
That's how it's shot, man.
And in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
In righteousness, why? Because the Esau is running this world, calling himself the Israelites, all right? But he's pushing wickedness throughout the four corners of the earth, all right? He's not dealing with real money. He's stealing people's lands. He's stealing people's heritage, all right? He's destroying the Israel. He's doing everything he can to destroy you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, he's destroying the earth. You know? He's not, hey, what it says in Habakkuk, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. He's not running this world, all right, according to the ways he held by some outside, so the Lord's going to come back and destroy his ass, man.
The elites escape the nukes. Jake's gonna have to go grab them up. Because as it tells you in Revelation 9, that they're not gonna repent. They're not gonna repent even as America's getting shot from nukes. Europe's getting bombed by nukes. They're gonna be down those dumps talking shit. They're gonna be down those dumps still trying to conjure up the spiritual demon Satan. You know? So we're gonna have to Esau's gotta actually be exterminated. You know, and that's why Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to judge him personally, man. You know, Yahushai is actually going to get busy on Esau in this physical realm because Esau won't quit. His spirit is a wicked spirit.
Hey, he's going to get busy on everybody, man.
Yeah. That's why it says, righteousness is the judge of men war. Because Esau's system and Esau himself and all these other nations and 2/3 are all wicked. So Yahushua is going to come as a righteous king and show his dominance, man. Show his power on this world. You know? It says his eyes were as a flame of fire. And on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name is called the Word of Yahweh. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
Yeah, he had a vesture dipped in blood because in the Old Testament the judgments were brutal, man. And that's what Yahweh Shai is coming to bring is judgment, the old ways. You know, the old school judgment. You know, so where everybody that's not right is gonna be put to death. Okay, it's gonna be handled by blood. You know, Esau's gonna pay it in blood, man. You know, these nations are gonna pay back in blood. 2/3 of the nation of Israel are gonna pay back in blood because it tells you in the scriptures that the Most High requires blood. That's just what it is, man. That's just the way it is. His ways are higher than our ways. You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments with blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yep. And the Lord's gonna bring these judgments. The Lord brings judgments all the time, man. You know, people get blown away. You had a mass shooting in San Jose, that's judgment, man. That guy, the Lord put a demon on that guy to burn his house down and go to his job and shoot a bunch of people.
So he woke up, he already had his mindset.
Yeah, he knew what he was going to do.
He woke up, burned his house down,
When it say in the scriptures that the Lord seals your instructions, his instructions were sealed, man. That was his mission. That Satan went over there and just whispered in his ear, man. And that was it. He was locked in. That's how this thing goes, man. Let me get the scripture. This is Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? You know, you got one guy that burns his house down and shoots a bunch of people. You got another person, you know, an Israelite that wakes up to the truth and picks up the Bible and preaches righteousness. And this is how it goes. The Lord is diverse in his ways. You got one person that's doing real good. You have somebody else that's starving. As it tells you in the scriptures. What is that? Hannah prayed and said, my heart rejoiceth in the Lord, mine horn is exalted in the Lord, my mouth is enlarged over my enemies, because I rejoice in thy salvation. There is none holy as the Lord, for there is none beside thee. There is, neither is there any rock like our power. Talk no more exceeding proudly, let no arrogancy come out of your mouth, for Yahweh is a power of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. The bows of the mighty men are broken, and they that stumbled are girded with strength. They that were full have hired out themselves for bread. Hey, that's going to happen. You're going to have people that were once rich and doing really good. Okay, they're going to be selling themselves for bread. Food, man. They're going to be bowing down to the system to eat.
That's what happened in Greece a couple years back when their economy started dying. They couldn't even go to the bank and get more than $60 out. They said that those women out there that were literally selling their blocks just to eat. Selling their blocks for a sandwich kit. And that, when it comes here, man, it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse. Right now, we're starting to see inflation. A real even higher. To the point where people ain't gonna even go to the store because they ain't gonna have nothing to give. You know, it's gonna run dry. As the scripture says, then suddenly shall the storehouses be found empty. There's not gonna be no food out here, man. And these women are gonna be selling the church, man. You know, just so they can eat. You know, that's why it tells you about me and the brother talked about it earlier, Isaiah 4:1. You know, that there's gonna be certain women that the Lord is dealing with, and they're gonna find the man of the Lord. You know, she's gonna have food, she's gonna have clothes, she's gonna have everything she needs. She's just gonna need your physical protection or spiritual, you know, power. Because the Lord is gonna be with the man of the Lord, the elect.
It says, and they that were hungry ceased, so that the barren have borne 7, and she that have many children is pregnant. He killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
Yes, so there it is. The Lord kills and he makes alive. Everything that happens in this world is due to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Our baby, born, created. Baby, a whole person being put to death. That was all orchestrated by the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. He's the
Says the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord, and he has set the world upon them. He will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness, for by strength shall no man prevail. The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken in pieces. Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them. The Lord shall judge the ends of the earth, and he shall give strength unto his king, and exalt him.
This is Wisdom of Solomon.
Hey, so that tells you right there that Israel's gonna be all right, man. You know. That's what you got to understand. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, if you just repent, man, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to have your back, bro. Alright, because the Lord's purpose is to deliver Israel out of this destruction, out of this captivity, man. Alright? Because Israel are the Lord's people. That's his beloved, man. And he knows who all you Israelites are, man.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11, and verse 17. For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to stand among them multitude of bears, or fierce lions, or unknown wild beasts, full of rage, newly created, breathing out in fiery vapor, or filthy scents of scattered smoke.
Means the Lord's going to bring terrors upon the earth, man. You know, stuff that nightmares are made of. Hey, this is going to be the final judgment. You know, this is going to be the grand, what is it called? The magnum opus. So there's going to be all types of disastrous, terrifying things that's going to come upon the earth because the Lord's going to open up the floodgates of judgment upon the world, man. Alright, he's going to make it known that he is the power. He's going to let everybody know that he is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man.
That movie, Hellraiser, where they start messing with the cube opens up the dimensions, the demons come through. Man, bro.
You're gonna see demons, man. They're gonna be demons. It's gonna be wild, man. All right, Esau knows this stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Esau can see them demons, man. You play with them.
He fucking conjures them, man. You know. But they're gonna get let loose on his ass. What else I was gonna say too? I was gonna say something else. Well, yeah, the Lord's the name Yahweh means He exists. So He's gonna let everybody know that He is, man, that He is Yahweh, that He exists. You know, the world, they don't understand that He exists. They don't, even these people that so-called believe in the Bible, they don't know Yahweh. They don't know Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. They know God and Jesus. You know, they know what the church tells them. Okay, but the Most High is gonna let everybody know who He is, man.
That's what that scripture says. It shall no longer be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought the children of Israel out of the land of the north. He's going to refresh that fear in this planet back. Because when you remember, when we fled Egypt and we went into the land, you had cities terrified, man. You had Jericho. That motherfuckers locked themselves in the city because they were so afraid that we were going to go in there and rip them apart. And guess what happened? We went into the city and we ripped them apart. You know, but they were so spooked that they didn't even want to come out. You know, you had other nations would hear us and see us coming and just bow down. Some of them were bowing down because they knew that we were going to go in there and just smack them up. That power is going to be refreshed in this world as well. You know, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to be glorified towards man. And that's when he saw these other nations are going to be fucked, man. Literally.
Hey, that's why everybody's got to hear this word, man. So that when it comes, everybody's going to know what it is. Alright, because they've already been told. And nobody's going to be able to be like, well, I didn't know. Right? See, so this message, you know, is going to be broadcast to every living ear on this planet. You know, so that's why, you know, you hear like the apostle says, we're at the end, but there's still a lot of work to do. Because there's still a lot of people that haven't heard this word, man. But there's going to come a time when we're going to get broadcast, man. See, because this thing is popping up all over the earth. And so it's as it says in the scriptures, the nations are going to behold it and they're going to be struck with fear. They're going to be like, what's this new religion that's just taking over the earth, man? See, and you so-called Black Hispanics and Native Americans, see, this word is for you. So you're going to get caught up in this whole thing because Jacob's trouble is all about you. See how that works? So even you guys, even you assholes that don't believe, it don't matter. You and Jake, you're still gonna get persecuted, bro.
You're in trouble.
You're still gonna be in trouble, man. Because you're still gonna be lumped in.
You're lumped up.
Yep. Lumped in and lumped up.
Back in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 11, it says, whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them. Yeah, and without these might they have fallen down with one blast, being persecuted of vengeance and scattered abroad through the breath of thy power. But thou hast ordered all things in measure and number and weight.
That's why things appear to be going slow. That's why things appear to pick up and slow down, and you know, that's why things sometimes you be like, man. Well, the reason why is because everything is measured by number and by weight. There's a time and a season for everything. There's a time and a season for Jacob's trouble, man. See, but everything has to be fulfilled leading up to that point, right? Look at, we're not even in the time of the mark of the beast, man. We're not even there yet. See, and it say he's going to deceive the nations into taking this, man. So he's not just going to come right out the gate with it and just start, you know. No, he's gonna do the same thing he's doing with this fucking jab, man. All right, he's gonna process it in.
Yep. It says, for thou canst show thy great strength at all times when thou wilt, and who may withstand the power of thine arm? For the whole world before thee is as a little grain of the balance, yeah, as a drop of the morning dew that falleth down upon the earth. But thou hast mercy upon all, for thou canst do all things, and winkest at the sins of men because they should amend. For thou lovest all the things that are
He weakest at the sins of men. That's why you know, we have that's why we have faith. That's why we have hope, man. Because what the scriptures say, he winks at the sins of men. You know, but you got to be right. You know, I was meditating on this. Is heavy, man. I blew my own fucking mind, bro. While I was thinking about this, I was meditating on your body, your flesh is just a biological machine. This shit is a mechanical device. It's a robot. Your brain is a computer. Your consciousness controls the computer. See, your consciousness is your spirit. If you had just a body without a spirit, it would just be a gluttonous, nasty, perverted, fucking sicko. Because it would be susceptible to all kind of demons, and there would be no spirit in it to say, nah, this is right and nah, this is wrong. Because that's what your spirit is for. That's what your consciousness is for. Your subconscious, that's just the computer. Your consciousness is what makes the decisions, and that's your spirit. And that's how you know that you're a living soul, man. That's how you know that you're more than just a body, right? Because if you were just a body, then you would just be given into primal nature. You'd be like an animal. Even Esau has a spirit, even though it's a wicked spirit.
It's just not a right. He has a spirit. It's just not upright within him. I'm continuing. It says, "For thou lovest all things that are, and abhorrest nothing which thou hast made. For never wouldest thou have made anything if thou hadst hated it. And how could anything have endured if it had not been thy will?"
See that? That's heavy right there. You know, that's why you have people that fall out of the truth. You have people that don't fall out of the truth. That's all the Willie How about outside. Oh, my point that I was making about the subconsciousness and consciousness is that, as it says in the scriptures, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. The flesh wants to give in to everything.
That's subconscious.
That's the robot.
That's the fucking spirits that you're...
Yeah. Exactly. That's why we gotta get a new body, right? That's not of the flesh. That's not susceptible to demonic attack.
Yeah, that new body, as it tells you, it's going to be extraterrestrial. It's like you're going to be a man, bro.
You're going to be able to do all the things Esau does with his technology, except you're going to be able to do it naturally. Like you're going to be able to do it, you're going to be able to do it. See, Esau's way of doing things is all witchcraft. He's got to cut a piece of your skull out. He's got to wire your brain with a microchip and put little wires in your head and connect it to your nervous system and all this shit. You know, we're just gonna have it. You know, we're just gonna get it through the Most High. Be able to fly, be able to control elements, be able to create fire. You know, be able to throw fireballs and stuff. You're gonna be able to conjure up electricity. You're gonna be able to make plants grow. You're gonna be able to make plants die. You're gonna be able to blow a car up with your mind. You could like the gas that's in the car. You'd be able to make a spark in the gas tank and just have fucking blow up, man.
Like Sparkman, he just have people instantaneously combust.
Yep.
He says, "Arise!" and they just catch on fire.
You'd be able to drain the blood out of somebody through the air. You'd be able to do anything, man.
Anything. This is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 29. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength.
And we have no might. That's why it's not wise for us to be out here, you know, pushing a hard line.
Being violent, trying to be offensive. Esau just, he don't even gotta shoot you, he just tase you and throw you in.
He literally just, is that right, sir? You got something else to say, sir? Then they just grab you by the fucking collar, drag your ass into the car, throw you in a fucking cage. This guy's a look. This guy have a whole city rioting, and with a team of police can just shoot tear gas into the crowds and disperse the whole fucking crowd.
Like
Bro.
20 men control.
Yep, control the whole goddamn crowd that's out there with the technology, with basic technology.
Non-lethal weapons.
Non-lethal. Imagine if he used lethal weapons. Oh, people would be on their knees real fast. He saw fucking launch a grenade, blow up like 20 people in the crowd. Oh, everybody's getting the fuck down.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Jacob showing them.
They're gonna greenlight you Israelites, man. They're gonna greenlight you. You're gonna be out here running wild and acting crazy, killing people and burning shit down. Esau's gonna come through and just mow you the fuck down, man.
They might have balance. Kill. Bring us an ant scalp. Bring us an ant head and we'll give you food to eat.
Hey, that's Esau. That's how he rolls, man. Hey, you get paid for fucking Jake noses. Just bring a bag of Jake and getting fucking $100 a nose.
That's where you get that. The Indian ant pennies, the Indian ant coins, the gold coins, the coins. It was for how many? It was for scalping Jake. It says to give power to the faint, and to them that have no might, who is in strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles.
Yeah, it don't matter what condition you're in. You could be overweight, out of shape. You could be old, messed up, back problems. You waiting upon the Lord, though, you're gonna be rewarded for that.
Shit, there was a big nigga on the couple board talking shit about Apostle Tahar and his wife. Disrespecting his wife. And I was like, bro, you know not the scriptures, man. He says we're all gonna get new bodies. That means including a woman that's gonna get a new body, she's gonna be purified. You got niggas out there don't understand, they don't have the spirit.
And that don't make no sense. Why are you gonna talk something? Why are you gonna say anything about another man's wife? That's not your wife. You ain't dealing with it. Why does it matter to you? What the hell does it matter to you what a brother likes? What you dealing with? Shit, I like big women myself. I'm not saying anything like, about the apostle or anything. But me personally, I like a type of women that, a lot of people probably make fun of. I don't give a shit. And you shouldn't either. You that type of person, there's something wrong with you. You're a weirdo, man.
Yeah, that's why, what you like is what you like. We all can't like it's the same thing. But one more again. It says, but they that wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Shai, shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint.
Hey, and people, they shall be willing in the day of thy power, man. You're gonna have Israelites that's gonna see that. See, you're gonna have Israelites that's gonna see the miracles the brother's gonna do and convert based off of the miracles. They're gonna say, oh yeah, this is it. This definitely has to be it. And that's fine. There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You had one of the disciples, I believe he was an apostle, that said, I'm not going to believe unless I see, the marks. Yeah, if I put my finger through the place where they speared him. And you're going to have that, man. You're going to have people that's going to believe at the last minute. And still get saved. And you can't say nothing about, whoa, no, man, that's beautiful, man. To me, that's fucking dope. That's super, I don't got nothing bad to say about that. That just shows me how merciful Yahweh Shai is. That gives me more hope. I'm out here doing this, the Lord's gonna save people, just based off of belief, man. That gives me hope. Like, man, that means I got a good chance. That's the mercy. That's why I think upon things like that a lot. Because mercy outweighs judgment. The Lord to forgive somebody of all kinds. That's why it says not to judge another man's servant, because the Lord can forgive somebody of all their debt and leave your ass in the dust for being a hater, man. See, that's why we don't hate on people. We rebuke people. A lot of people, they talk about Great Millstone hating on people and this and that. It's not the brothers are hating on anybody. You know? Because if the Lord forgives you, then it's cool, man.
There's Lamentations 3:21. This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope. It is of the Lord Yahweh's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning.